Good morning. Guess what day it is? Tell them what day it is.
It's Friday. It's not Baby Friday. It's not Hump Day.
It is Friday.
It's Friday.
The what though?
Friday the 13th.
Yeah. So any
Yes.
bad luck things like two ladies dressed in black. I mean, no, those are black cats. But I guess you and I dressed in black are just as powerful.
Meow.
Meow. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. It is a beautiful day. And it's going to be the start of a beautiful weekend. It's Friday the 13th, and we've got some factoids all about Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Chris Bridges, I bet you're just ready to send us some goodies. I can feel it. Right?
Yes.
Yes. We have breaking news out of what's Huron Street? Would that be west or central? Or?
Well, it's
still learning because Heidi is a compass, and we all go by Heidi's compass. But there was a gunfire reported on Huron Street at 5 a.m. this morning. Officers responded to an alarm at a business in the 300 block of Cathcart Street. Upon arrival, officers located a hole in a window of the business. At this time, it is believed the hole was caused by a bullet. Oh. A short time later, officers received several calls of gunfire in the area. Further investigation led officers to a residence in the 100 block of Huron Street, as you see on your screen there. Thank you, Michael. Upon arriving at the residence office, officers identified more bullet holes. Officers entered the residence and cleared it. No injuries, people, or suspects were located inside this residence. Police are asking that if you have any information to contact them immediately. Well, it sounds like they've had a morning, as have we.
Wow, yes.
Now, before we throw to Craig, do you have a little update you wanna talk about? What do you got?
I want to talk about these murder hornets.
Oh, right.
Okay, this is very, very serious. Okay. So scientists from Washington State Department of Agriculture say they have found the first so-called murder hornet for the year. In a news release yesterday, entomologists say that the giant Asian hornet was seen about 1 kilometer from the U.S.-Canada border. So they say the hornet was reported by Whatcom County.
How many bees are there? Count them.
Well, you only count them if they suddenly appear in your car.
That's right, I forgot.
So a resident saw the hornet, a resident of Whatcom County, confirmed the following day where a photograph showed it attacking a paper wasp nest about 3 kilometers from where the department eradicated a nest last October. They say that U.S. and BC officials will be setting up traps in the area to catch a live hornet, tag it, and track it back to its nest. So the 5-centimeter long invasive insects are the world's biggest hornets. They prey on honeybees and other hornets. A small group can kill an entire honeybee hive in a matter of hours. While they are not particularly aggressive towards human, in rare cases a person stung repeatedly by murder hornets could die. So yes, a murder hornet spotted near the U.S.-Canada border. Not to worry, it did have documentation attesting that it had been vaccinated. So it's okay. It's got its documents.
It was carrying its vaccination card for sure.
It had its passport. Its vaccination passport was verified. And
bylaw officer Heidi has all the information. Now let's go and find out what the buzz is about the weather. Ooh, Kel segue.
And thank you very much. And here it is, Friday already, Friday the 13th. It could be a lucky day, and it's definitely a lucky day if you don't like muggy weather, because that is now moved out of the area. We're seeing some dry air and some sunny conditions for a good 5 days or so. We'll take a look at are we going to radar, Mike? Show you what's not showing up on the radar is any sort of cloud or rain. We do have some cloud coming in later on this afternoon, but there's happy clouds, nothing to worry about. And we're going to see some very comfortable temperatures for today and tomorrow. We're looking at around 22 to 25 and 20 degrees for tomorrow. Not a good day to be at the beach because it will be a little breezy later on this afternoon. We'll take a look at the 12-hour forecast for you. Right now we're seeing sunny skies, temperatures about 14 degrees. We're heading towards 22 to 25 degrees this afternoon with those clouds, but the winds are going to be picking up from the northwest, so it's going to add a little bit of a chill to the air, especially if you're by the water. And then this evening, just clear conditions and a very pleasant evening. Again, we have to deal with some winds from the northwest, but only for a couple of days, because then we start to really warm up again, and I'll show you that on the 3-day forecast coming up.
Craigers, appreciate that, and a sad day for me if it's not a muggy day. It's not a Coletti day. It's a Heidi effect.
You're going to suffer the Heidi effect
today.
Get
one or the other.
Warm and sunny. The Heidi effect, yes.
Excellent. Well, we want to talk a little bit about warm and sunny Mr. Trudeau.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So he came out yesterday in a calling for a snap election. We will find out more on Sunday. A snap election, meaning that there will be a call for a federal election on September the 20th. Too bad it was September 17th. You know, we could have tragically hit. No. I'm just saying. There's a song that resorts to everything. The September 20th is the date in which we will be going to the polls. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and the Liberals are reported to announce all the details of this on Sunday.
Yes.
I wonder why I chose Sunday.
Well, because people are probably, I think he's counting on people being busy.
Yes. Trudeau's Liberals secured a victory in 2015 with a majority. It's 338 seats in the House of Commons, but in 2019 was diminished by a minority government after navigating through multiple controversies. Oh yeah, I remember this. This is when Kathleen Wynne had to take in following photos surfacing of the Prime Minister wearing blackface at a costume party. Oh, Justin. The SNC Lavalin scandal, if you remember, the engineering company. So for months there have been rumors of the Liberal government looking to launch this possible election. It is the worst kept secret in federal and government politics in a long time. The Prime Minister has argued that the opposition has made it difficult to pass legislation. The Conservatives and the NDPs have accused Trudeau's government of acting recklessly during this fourth wave of the pandemic.
Okay,
well, he wavered through three, so I guess
Can we get a definition on reckless? Like what?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Polls have repeatedly shown the Liberals leading with enough support. I think they're up by 35% in the polls right now. So smart decision if you're a Liberal. Smart decision on the Liberals to force this early election.
Yeah.
They are beating ahead in the polls again. I think it's around 35%.
Okay.
And so why not? Why not?
What, they're leading by 35%?
They are, and the mock polls.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is like the popularity vote. Yes.
Yes.
Confidence vote.
Yes. Yes.
See, you're rubbing off on me.
I know. I rub on you all day, lady.
Oh my.
Oh my. We're in black today. Look out. And it's Friday the 13th. The 13th. Over to you.
I'm going to talk to you about some fires here.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So yesterday, busy fire day. So just over 8 hours since the fire services were dispatched to cover the hazmat incident that you're going to talk about.
Yes, I am.
The Sault Fire Service then attended another major event. That was yesterday evening at about 9:45, called to a working shed fire. A working shed fire in the 0 to 100 block of Cathcart Street. Upon arrival, of course, the police or the fire department were able to observe flames shooting from the roof of the structure. Firefighters from Station 1 quickly ran lines to douse the blaze. The fire was knocked down expeditiously.
Oh, I love that word. Expeditiously.
Dan, wow.
Dan Gray with the expeditiously.
And crews remained on scene, checking for extension into other structures and, conducting further investigation. Good for the fire services to be so expeditious in their work. Yeah. So good, great.
Yeah, Dan, if you want to expedite yourself to the studio, we would love a double and three almond and one sweeter.
Yeah, this day is going to require much coffee.
Okay,
Certainly more than I have present, so yes.
It's Friday the 13th, baby. Well, I was going to do the collision that brings downtown traffic to a crawl, but considering you brought up the hazmat fire, why don't we move on to that one and go back?
Good.
On Thursday, August 12th, shortly after 1 o'clock p.m. yesterday afternoon, the Sault Ste. Marie Fire Services responded to a call in a chemical spill in the 100 block of Industrial Court. Okay, so I was going, remember I came back and I went to get us something to eat.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, you said about hazmat. I'm like, you know what? I think it's down the street. There's a ton of fire trucks. Well, look at us.
Yes.
Inspector Clouseau.
Breaking news.
Upon arrival, crews donned appropriate personal protective equipment to investigate and mitigate the scene.
Ooh.
Jeez, damn. Woo. The spill was contained to a small area. Nonetheless, all necessary safety precautions were taken. Well done. The building was evacuated and the power was shut off to ensure all ignition sources were eliminated. A third-party company has been contacted to clean up the spill. Crews remained on the scene until the product was cleaned up and deemed safe for occupants to return. So that is That's what we've got for you thus far in today's Friday the 13th edition. When we come back, we are going to talk Friday the 13th. We got some factoids around that. I'm hoping we have some eerie music. I've asked for it. I hope I get it. And we had a couple collisions and a man has been charged with arson. All that. Heidi, Colette, we'll be right back.
Family owned and operated, A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling has been serving Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area since 1968. For a free estimate, call 705-779-3909. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling, available for all your water needs. 1944, 2nd Line West, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling. Call 705-779-3909 for a free estimate today. First Local, supported by Tenaris Algoma Tubes. Kickstart your career. Tenaris is rapidly growing in Sault Ste. Marie and looking for individuals interested in rewarding production and technician roles. If you are ready for a progressive career opportunity with benefits in advanced manufacturing, then please send your resume to resumes@tenaris.com.
First Local, supported by The Refinery, the leader in women's fitness and transformations. 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Call 705-255-8895 for more information. Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. You are here with Colette and Heidi on Friday the 13th. If you are superstitious, this is one of those days that some people might prefer to stay in bed.
You don't want a Heidi and Colette walking across your path today. We are wearing black.
No.
Mike says that's for sure.
You would be so lucky.
Yeah.
Mike Tchaikovsky.
Really lesson over the years, you know that?
You know what? He's like...
You haven't even known me a year.
He's like behind the keyboard. You know when you're brave behind the keyboard? He's brave behind the wall while we can't get him
Keyboard
and we're mic'd
commando.
up.
Yeah, but I'll get a
We'll get
camera
you.
in here someday.
We'll get you.
Yeah.
We'll get you.
Okay.
All right. What is next on your agenda?
So... Some power outages
hurry up.
east of Sault Ste. Marie. Get off, Mike. Get off of me. All right. If you know anyone who is a customer of Algoma Power, because Algoma Power does supply, service, power, east of the Sault.
That was obvious.
Yes. Okay. And so if you know anybody who uses Algoma Power and they live on St. Joe's Island or east of the city in general, you may want to check on them. These are Dan's words. According to Algoma Power, as of their latest update, which came yesterday at 1:28 p.m., there were still 64 outages affecting over 750 customers. So obviously, this has to do with the tornado.
The alleged
tornado that touched down on St. Joe's Island. Originally there were 76 outages reported, affecting over 1,100. So good. So dropped down then to 64. Only 750 customers affected. Crews continue to work around the clock to, remedy the situation, and fix the damage that was caused by the powerful storms. Can we say that, or are they also alleged? The storms that were alleged to have happened.
I feel like powerful storm is like a very great direction to travel into because it was a powerful storm. Speaking of, we should ask our powerful storm weather specialist Craig Huckabee if he's heard anything about that St. Joe's Island possible tornado. Okay, so last night as officers were putting out the fire, there was a collision that happened in conjunction with or maybe perhaps due to having to go around a detour. So let me get these words out of my mouth properly. At approximately 9:45 last night, given the fire in Cathcart Street, this collision involving two vehicles at Albert and Gore had many vehicles perplexed on how to get around the area. We've got a fire, we've got this, could have happened because of it. According to witnesses, no one was injured and one vehicle had run a stop sign. Okay, where are we at? Cathcart, Albert and Gore. This is the intersection that has that.
It used to have a
light,
stoplight. Yep, like a proper stoplight.
Took it away, then we had just a regular stop sign, then we put the four-way in, then we heard that
there's a tree
bushes were going to cover the stop sign. Can't have bush covering the stop signs because then you can't see anything. So this is probably what happened. Ran a stop sign.
There you go. All right, well, on the heels of that, the public is being asked to help locate one missing person. So This is coming through Sault Ste. Marie Police Services. They are requesting the public's assistance to locate missing David Murphy, who is 70 years old. He was last seen on August the 11th around 8 a.m. on Allworth Place. It is believed he was going to Bellevue Park, and he was driving a 2015 white Hyundai Santa Fe, license plate number ATZP440. So anyone with information on Mr. Murphy's whereabouts is urged to contact Detective Constable Brad Harfman at 705-949-6300 at extension 262. Did it just go quiet in your ear?
Too bad. No, I think no.
Are you still there,
Mike?
Mike?
Are you sleeping? Hello, hello. It's Mike. Oh
I'm
no,
not
he's awake.
here.
Okay, it just
We're good.
no. Well, okay.
Dead air.
We're just quiet.
We're quiet. We're not quiet.
He's
there was-
listening.
Oh, there's the hand slammer. It's kind of scary, but I like it at the same time. Man charged with arson yesterday on the 11th of August. Officers with patrol services charged a 31-year-old with arson. His name is David Massott, M-A-S-O-T-T, Massott, with arson. On August the 10th, police were notified of damage to a doorway in a multi-unit residence in the 200 block of McNabb, caused by a small fire. An investigation ensued, and through the investigation, officers developed grounds to believe the fire was set intentionally.
Okay.
And the accused who lives in the unit in the residence was set by the accused who lives in the residence. He was located on the 11th of August. He was arrested and charged with arson and mischief under $5,000. He's being held for bail court, but following the bail hearing, he was released from custody into a scheduled court date of September 17. It just came out first circle. I can't make that up. I knew I was going to be able to sing.
This is going to be like just a crazy day. It's
going to be, or it has arrived.
Well, this crazy day brought to you by the Service Grill.
Just around the corner from my place. Next time you, if you're, oh, no.
All right, I'm not going to do this story because,
You don't want to?
Well, no, but it had to do with a water interruption that happened yesterday.
There was a water interruption that occurred yesterday. Were you bringing that to you today?
Yeah, Deborah did experience, or they were potentially going to experience an interruption in their water supply. But that was yesterday at around 6 p.m. So, hey, Deborah, if you guys are watching, did you experience interruption in your water service? Inquiring
Bringing you late breaking news.
All right, I'm going to skip over to Mr. Sheehan.
Terry, Mr. Terry.
Yeah.
Get ready for your federal election, Terry.
That's
you can
right.
do it.
Pleased to announce funding to the tune of $232,350 from the Government of Canada through the Trans-Canada Trail for local trail enhancements in the riding of Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah.
This is kind of exciting, though, because I think that, they did some surveys, and what has come out of the data from the surveys, I posted this article, so I know this information.
I love you.
They have found that there was a significant increase in people using the trails. And because what was one of the things that you were still encouraged to do even in lockdown was keep your fitness levels up, keep your exercise happening. So they were able to quantify that. I think something like usage of the trails was up like 50%.
It was a lot. It was
significant, significant increase. So now they want to, put some money behind that, enhance them, make them really, really fabulous, and build on the popularity that has already, been demonstrated. So yay!
Good job. Okay, there is a swimming advisory for Sellers Park Beach and Old Mill Beach. APH has issued this swimming advisory. Just so you know, they have to, by law, let you know about some water that's contaminated. They do check. They've got a sign there that says, this is the date, this is what we found, these are the water levels, or the contamination in the water. It is now your free will whether you swim or not. The warning is there. It is up to you. There are no lifeguards. There's no one there. If you do choose to swim, you could be coming out with a little bit of a tummy grumble, sore throat, ear infection, if you have any of those symptoms. If you didn't know, this is letting you know. Now, what causes this? Sometimes weather causes this, with the results of lots of bacteria floating in, high levels of water coming in, and as you know, we had quite the thunder boomer the other day, which could be the culprit. So that is your update on swimming advisory for Sellers Park Beach and Old Mill Beach. Now we're going to rip to a commercial. When we come back, We're going to talk COVID. We're going to talk about a very sad story out of Timmins.
Yeah.
And then from there, we're going to switch it up. We're going to do some social media. And we've got a lot of funny stories for you to end this day so that we can start your weekend with a smile. We'll be right back after 60 seconds.
First Local, supported by the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, where adventure takes off. First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
When I found out I had cancer, it was the hardest day of my life. But life is bigger than cancer.
First Local, supported by United Way. Help make your community a better place. Show your local love and donate today. Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. Here with Colette and Heidi. It is Friday the 13th, and even tagging the 13th onto Friday can't diminish my hope for a fantastic weekend.
Oh, it's good day.
So it's 20 after 8.
You did? Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I did we get up at like 5:15, 5:30. I did a lot. By the time 7 a.m. kicked around, I was like, I'm flying on full cylinder.
Yeah.
I just torqued out.
I'm ready for a nap.
I'm ready for a nap too, which we don't do. We just close the door and have a Zoom meeting.
That's right. That's right.
But don't bug us, we're having a Zoom meeting.
Zoom meeting.
Zoomy. Where are we at on this agenda? It's just, I
don't know. I can talk about the single game sports betting.
I like to bet on sports,
Yeah. What does that mean exactly? Okay, so I will read the news item, and then Paulette's going to talk to us about what exactly it means.
Yes.
So because between the two of us, we form like a complete body of knowledge. Mm-hmm. What I don't know, she tends to. So.
Oh, I think it's vice versa.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's perfect. Okay, so the federal government has now made it legal to gamble on individual sporting events, bringing legitimacy to a murky industry in which Canadians already spend billions of dollars a year. The news doesn't open up floodgates, okay, so they want to make that perfectly clear. Yeah. The federal law, which will be in force as of August the 27th, merely allows provinces to regulate sports betting as they see fit. Okay, and this is, again, according to the federal government, they're letting us know that Canadians spend about $10 billion a year.
Sorry, how many?
Billion. Okay, on single sporting events as part of betting conducted illegally in the black market by organized criminal networks. An additional $4 billion a year gets spent by Canadians in the so-called gray market in offshore jurisdictions where such bets are legal. Okay, so the law, known as Bill C-218, was a private member's bill brought forward by Kevin Waugh, the Conservative MP for Saskatoon Grasswood. But despite coming from the opposition, it won support in Parliament from all 4 main parties. It received royal assent at the end of June, making it official. But it wasn't until this week that the governing Liberals attached a date to its implementation just over 2 weeks from now, August 27th.
Okay, see, that intrigues me more. Why 2 weeks from now? Why? Because I'll tell you why. September, October is the superpower months for sports. We've got basketball, we've got the NFL, we've got the NBA, we've got the NHL. Okay. And that MLB, we're in baseball. Where they all play at the same time. It is pretty much the only month out of the year where all leagues are pumping in full cylinders. So perhaps that's why they're pushing that, but with the COVID, with vid, I'm not too sure what the start dates for a lot of them. But anyway, getting back to your point, I can't speak to the legal crime part of betting.
Well, I hope not.
Well, I know, but I just wanted to stress
family show.
And this is a G-rated show.
Jeez.
But I will say, There's a lot of online betting apps that you can have.
Okay, but they're making a point of saying single game. So what does that mean? So just
okay, because you can parlay. You can add in like, okay, so if this is if the Leafs beat this by that much, and Boston Bruins lose by that much, and then Montreal Canadiens lose, and the Ottawa Senators get turfed out the NHL by that much, and if you get all four of those correct, jackpot city.
Over under.
Over under is a little bit different. Maybe brought to you by Off Track Betting. We will get back to it. We have a sports show today. Maybe we'll.
That's right. Tune in.
Over under is how you want to, if they win by. Okay, we're explaining over under, Mike. Depending on how many points.
Like, how can you do that to us, Mike?
We have been killing it.
Okay,
so
fine.
Fine. Well, let's talk a little bit about another $1 billion deficit that we have. Why don't we?
Okay.
I'm just going to put
do
my
that.
Googles on because I see it's a 12-point font that I cannot read without glasses. Yesterday, the finance minister, Minister Peter Bethlen-Falvey, who was in Sault Ste. Marie not too long ago, who did have lunch with Bruce and Dan were there last 2 weeks ago, was that? He has released the first quarter finances of the 2021-22 budget.
Okay.
And this is how it's looking, folks. Buckle up. Since the beginning of COVID-19 pandemic, the government's response to the she's riding her horse. Since the government's response to COVID-19 has been supported by Ontario's action plan, which is the component they put together to move forward and how to proceed and how to live again after COVID-19 pandemic, has sucked all of the funding from all of our resources and our budget lines.
Yes.
While uncertainty related to the pandemic has in the future pace of economic recovery remains since the 21 budget, private sector real gross domestic product, GDP. Forecasters have been revised significantly upwards, reflecting significant progress on COVID-19 vaccinations and stronger than expected in the U.S. With continued uncertainty about variants of concern, the risk of surges in future waves of the pandemic, and the need to target future investments is there. So let me just bring it all together in a nice little package for you. In addition to reducing the deficit projection, the government is taking the prudent step of setting aside $2.2 billion for any COVID-related line items that need to be addressed. That's the bottom line, folks. That's the bottom line. So the next step in government's plan will be outlined in 21's economic development and economic look for Ontario, and that is going to be released on November the 15th.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. Can't wait.
So very close to my birthday.
Yes, we'll Sally.
All right.
Sally tonight. One more story. Mike
let's
and he's the boss, so we have to do one more story.
Well, you know what? We're going to have to start moving the COVID back up again because the numbers keep going up. And not locally. Locally, again, we remain at the 408 with 2 being active. What is problematic for me is the fact that the provincial numbers are starting to creep, right? So for such an extended period of time, we were, cruising just under 200 daily. Yesterday, we did report provincially 513 new COVID-19 cases, and they are identifying now, and this is going to cause some discussion, I know. They are identifying that more than 80% of the new cases are being found in unvaccinated or partially vaccinated people. Highest case total
got something to say to this. I'm itching to get it out.
I know, and we will discuss.
Okay.
It's the highest case total since mid-June, and it's based on 22,896 tests that had been done in the previous 24 hours. No new virus-related deaths, so that's a good thing. Yeah. 113 people in intensive care units due to COVID-19. Just 2 of them are fully vaccinated. There's that finance minister's name, Bethlen-Falvey.
Peter
Bethlen-Falvey.
Bethlen-Falvey, there you go.
I had hoped that I was glad to see that name in your pile, but here it is again.
There he crept in.
Yeah.
Peter Bethlen-Falvey.
Yeah.
Good dude.
So they didn't provide the breakdown in Southern Ontario, so I won't bring that to you. I'm just going to say the numbers are creeping. Yeah. So be vigilant.
Don't very vigilant.
Lick public surfaces.
Stop licking poles.
Stop it and wash your hands.
No pole licking and wash your hands after. Okay, so I didn't mean at the bus, like when you're standing at the bus holding.
Oh, you wanted to say something though. What were you going to say?
Okay. Well, you need to vaccinate our 12 and unders because or figure out the vaccination process. You want them to start to school in September. Parents who are half vaccinated are passing it on to their 12 and unders. They're traveling across because it is summertime. We're putting our fares back on, fares and stuff for kids who are 12 and under, which is great. We need to get our kids back in order. But what's going on with vaccinating our 12 and unders?
It makes me nervous. We're not dealing with fully formed immune systems.
I understand that too, but if they're blaming it on people who are vaccinated and not vaccinated, well, okay, fine. You know.
What were you counting down? Are we going to commercial now?
Yeah, we're going to commercial.
Okay, so we need to do some shout outs to some of our support board people. We've got the refinery.
I've got one. Yeah.
We've got Aug13.
Yeah.
We've got Tammy Ovi, realtor extraordinaire, as well as some of her, her successful colleagues. We also have.
Tenaris is coming up. I do.
Well, Quinnell. No.
I was going to do that one. You do that one. Thunder. Thunder. Are we Thunder buddies? Thunder buddies? Like
I don't even know what that means.
Ted. Okay, watch Ted. We would like to give a shout out to AG Quinnell Drilling. We got a commercial coming up with them coming up soon.
Nice.
For all of your water needs. Contact 779-3909. Now, if you want to be a part of the support boards and a part of Heidi and Colette on First Local at 8 and 9 from
Put your words in our mouth.
We will say the words for you. Contact Nicole. She is our marketing genius that works here. And we'll be right back after this short break. Don't go anywhere. We have some funny stuff coming up. Funny.
Yeah, funny.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
Inches fake home to low bounds. This large male sports a wet trimming black fur asserts dominance of.
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
First Local, supported by Aug13 Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you.
Good morning. It is the lucky day of Friday the 13th. You're here with Heidi and Colette, which is also lucky. This morning we received an impromptu or a breaking news with regards to gunfire reported on Huron Street at about 5 o'clock this morning. Around 5, officers responded to an alarm in the 300 block of Cathcart Street. When they arrived, they found a hole. They were saying this is because of a bullet. A short time after, later, officers received calls of gunfire in the area. They were then called to a residence in the 100 block of Huron Street, where they found more bullet holes. The suspects, the scene is being held. Wow, the scene is being held as the investigation is ongoing. I apologize. If you have any information and witness that, please contact your Sault Ste. Marie Police Services ASAP.
Okay.
That did not come out well at all. We will try and read that again. But over to you. We have to hit up that beautiful man with the blue eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have some photos that just came in. Are we showing those now? Okay. Here you go. This is from what I was just saying, the gunfire that was reported on Huron Street. Again, this was around 5 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
Officers, again, responding to an alarm at a business on Cathcart. They arrived, they saw the holes in the window of the business. They then received several calls about gunfire, moving them to the 100 block of Huron.
Okay.
Arriving at that scene, identified more bullet holes, as you'll see from these images. Thank you to where we received these. I do not know. They just appeared on the screen and I heard it in my ear. Upon arriving, they did see all of these bullet holes. The scene is being held as the investigation is ongoing. Please, if you were in the area, if you heard anything, if you saw anything, contact Sault Police Services.
It'd be terrifying. You're sitting there chilling in your living room with those bullets whizzing through the window, like
crazy.
Oh, what is happening?
I don't know.
Okay, let's hop down to Toronto for a minute because there was that steakhouse, right?
Yes.
So a well-known Toronto steakhouse, Harbour 60, was actually forced to close due to COVID-19 outbreaks. So Toronto Public Health says that there are currently 6 cases at Harbour 60, which is located on Harbour Street near Bay, just south of the Gardiner Expressway. It's not known if any of them are actually restaurant guests. The closure order will last for a minimum of 10 days, and a reminder that an outbreak is declared over when at least 14 days have passed with no evidence of ongoing transmission. Mayor John Tory spoke adamantly about the province introducing proof of vaccination credentials, saying government documents are needed to keep businesses open. I don't know. I'm not sure about this passport thing. I think people are very, very slick. They're going to falsify.
Oh yeah. Well, it's already happening, and we've heard several accounts of that. So just be aware and be alert. But whatever happens, we'll figure it out. Now, I think it's time to go visit our blue-eyed, wonderful weather specialist. What do you have for us, Craigers?
And thank you very much. And from a weather presenter's perspective, this forecast is going to be kind of boring, and I'll show you why in a second. This is what we look like from space. We are sitting in this dry slot here, so I expect to see just mainly sunny skies. We are going to see a little bit of clouds fill in later on today, but it's going to be a dry day and a very fair weather day as well. Let's take a look at the radar. Really nothing showing up. We do have a couple of specks showing up. Those are nothing to worry about. We're just sitting clear for most of our day. We are going to start seeing some northwesterly winds kick in later on today to about 20-30 kilometers an hour. So it's going to put a little bit of a chill in the area, especially into our evening. As far as temperatures go though, not bad, 22 degrees. It could feel like 25 degrees today, 23 in Wawa, 21 in Timmins, and 23 in Sudbury. So we're all under that influence of the high pressure, and we are seeing a very beautiful day today. As far as the systems map for today, so here's that cold front still that came through Wednesday. That is still lingering on the eastern part of the Great Lakes, and it is slowly pushing its way into the eastern seaboard of Canada. So we have nothing to worry about there. There is a little bit of a trough line affecting some showers to the north, but again, we have nothing to worry about here. High pressure here is going to gradually slide over, and that's going to start warming our temperatures back up as soon as Sunday. So let's take a look at your forecast for the next 3 days. For today, it is going to be breezy from the northwest, adding a little chill to the air. 22 degrees for your high, 21 for Saturday. With clear conditions, and clear conditions for Sunday, we start inching those temperatures back up, 24 to 26 degrees for Sunday, and then we start seeing the heat really come back for next week, 29, 28 degrees, sunny conditions, and we are watching a system coming in for late next week, and we'll keep an eye on that for you. Right now, let's keep an eye on Colette and Heidi and for the rest of the show.
Thank you, Craig. We have we caught up on the COVID stories, and then what we really want to address today is TAG, the Animal Assistance Group. Now that things are lifting, restrictions are lifting, we were able to have TAG in yesterday, so we have posted that video to our YouTube page. Ooh, we had little Whiskers and Toast, and I will tell you that Whiskers has like the perfect boots with the fur. And the whole club is looking at like the little white paws. Oh. She had all 4 of her paws look like she was wearing little white. Did she hit the floor? She did hit the floor. She hit the floor. And Shorty got low, 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 low. And here's the video, and we had lovely women. We had Colleen, who is a board member.
Yes.
As well as Wendy, who is a foster mumsy, and she is a foster mumsy to these 2 kitties.
Yep.
And then Vanna, aka Heidi, came out and took them out of their cage, as she does take everyone out of their cage. And so, yeah, please go and watch that. But the most important part of this, oh look, there you are, Heidi. Hi, Heidi. Hi, Toasty. Look at the kitty in the background. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Super cute. We want to thank the Animal Assistance Group. They do more than you could possibly even imagine.
Well, you remember, like with Finn,
yes.
our viewer Mark's cat, well, his daughter's cat, who had been injured, and TAG was instrumental in supporting and coordinating funding for the surgery that the cat required to avoid euthanasia as well, and or amputation. And so Finn went on to make a full recovery, thanks in large part to the assistance that came through this wonderful group of people. So
the important part to take away from this is they are based on funding, or on donations. They are not funded.
Yep.
Saturday, August 14th. Put this on your calendar for tomorrow.
Yep. Yes.
Please, I think you have that information in front of you. Do you want to, sorry, as you're juggling.
Bright and early. It's going to be a huge event, barbecue, bouncy castle. It will be located at 254 Letcher Street tomorrow, so please do go out. They are confident that with what they have on sale, there'll be something for everybody. So do go and show your support to this very, very worthy organization.
Thank you, Heidi. When we come back, we're going to talk about a residential school warrior.
Okay.
She's an absolute, she's a Wonder Woman. That's all I'm going to say. I had the pleasure of interviewing her yesterday. And after that, we've got some funnies. Don't go anywhere.
First Local, supported by James Seaton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seaton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Just once in a while, at parties and stuff. If that's what your kid says, they'll probably also tell you that it's not a big deal. But that's no reason not to talk about it. You could tell them that you think that's a good thing and that you're really happy they don't use it that often. Then ask them why. Maybe deep down they know it's bad. They just need your help realizing it. From there, it should be pretty easy to drop off the hint that their brain is still growing and that they shouldn't smoke pot. At least not until they're older.
Visit drugfreekidscanada.org for more tools to help start the conversation.
First Local, supported by Northern Safety and Training, locally owned and operated. Get your DZ training for only $2,300 plus tax. Call 705-987-8460 for more information.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings with Colette and Heidi.
Good morning.
Bright and early with you this morning. I'm out of coffee, so that's two that got toasted in just under 2 hours. So
good job.
Yeah, well, if you're going to drink coffee, drink coffee. Drink lots of coffee.
And we need you to bring us coffee ASAP.
That's right. That's right. Expedite some caffeination.
Do you want to hit some social media?
Yeah, let's go.
Or do you want to do a factoid about credit? Okay, sorry. I'm all over the place because I'm excited.
All right. All right.
I'm vibrating.
Well, and it was hard. There was actually a lot of information available about the origins of Friday the 13th, obviously considered to be an unlucky day in our Western culture. It occurs when the 13th day of the month in the Gregorian calendar falls on a Friday, which happens at least once every year, but can occur up to 3 times in the same year. So, for example, 2015 had a Friday the 13th in February, in March, and November. 2017 through 2020 had 2 Friday the 13ths each, and the years 2021 and 2022 will both have just 1 occurrence. And Chris Bridges brought this to us a few weeks ago. Friday the 13th occurs in any month that begins on a Sunday. Now,
that's right.
I tried to trace it back. So the superstition seems to relate to a number of things, okay? So we have a story of Jesus' Last Supper and the crucifixion, in which there were 13 individuals present in the upper room on the 13th of Nisan Maundy, Thursday, the night before his death on Good Friday. Okay, now, there is evidence of both Friday and the number of 13 being considered unlucky, but there is no record of the 2 items being referred to as especially unlucky in conjunction to each other before the 19th century. So the superstition appears to be related to the extreme tragedy of the trials of the Knights Templar, which started with their arrest on Friday the 13th, 1307, which was perpetrated by Philip IV of France and his counselors with aims to acquire the wealth of the Templars. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Did you say the Last Supper in there was part of it?
Yeah, well, like I said, there were...
I'm sorry. I just cut you off.
Yeah, that's all right.
What I'm thinking, there's 12 disciples plus Jesus himself, which makes 13. I wonder if that number has anything to do with it. That was the first thing that popped in my head.
Okay, all right.
Anyways,
Oh,
you know,
he's always
if anybody-
poking at us. Get going. Go faster. Do the news.
I roll.
All right. So social media then.
All right.
Bradley Evoy beating everybody to the punch on this Friday the 13th.
Buongiorno, Bradley.
Yes, good morning. He said, oh, sorry, see, there it is again. I need those exclamation points at the beginning so I know how to read it. Good morning, because there's 3. So, you know, you don't want to be too up, but you got to be good. Good morning.
Appreciate the 3.
Happy Friday with a peace sign. Happy Friday to you, Bradley. Steve Childs. Steve, so close to beating everybody. GMA, HYAHAGW. So good morning, all. Hope you all have a great weekend. And of course, you know, with I don't have to read the emojis anymore, but I like to acknowledge the horns.
Horns.
So right
Always
on,
acknowledge
Steve.
the horns.
Right on. Margaret McKegg, good morning, all. Good morning, Margaret. Nice to see your name this morning. Tammy Lynn Badgerow. Nice to see you again. Good Friday morning to all. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I hope the same for you and your family. Merci beaucoup. Happy Friday. I can't follow Heidi's compass. Well, that's actually a bit of a joke. Heidi can't follow a compass either.
Yeah.
Well, she could, but she chooses not to because, you know, north, south, east,
But your
west.
compass is a fun compass, because if you think you're going north, you're not, in fact, going north.
I thought you were going to say that my compass always points towards fun.
You're like Pirates of the Caribbean. You have the compass. You always know where you're going. Doesn't
There you
matter.
go. Well, wherever I'm going,
And it's
that's
always
where I'm
the
going.
right place to go. That's right.
That's right. Doesn't matter.
And follow her.
Haha.
Be a follower when it comes to Heidi.
So
Not a
Merci
leader.
cannot follow Heidi's compass, but the map helps. Thanks, beautiful ladies, for the fun and facts. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I just activated Google. Shh, go back to sleep.
Google has been activated.
Vino Humalamaki.
I love the way
Good
you say
morning.
it. Say it again.
Vino Humalamaki.
Tell me you're not like loving that.
Well, I don't know. It's my sincere hope that I'm saying it properly while
I
I'm,
think
you know,
it's
trotting it out with confidence and aplomb.
That's how you do.
I know. Vino.
Nice word.
Humalamaki. Aplomb. Good morning. Good morning to you, Vino. Happy weekend to you.
Good morning.
Bradley. Oh.
Hello, Bradley.
Hey, ladies. Did you hear about the frog that had his DNA tested?
I did not. What happened?
Turns out he's mostly British, a little Irish, and a tadpole. A tadpole. Yep. Yep. You heard it first here. First local mornings. Sue Online.
Okay.
All right.
Way to go,
On
Bradley.
TV.
Like it.
Okay, Joseph Bertrand.
Hey! Literally.
And this time I see the exclamation points, so I'm going to do this. Hey, he says.
I'm doing the jobs for him.
Okay, good. Yeah, we
know.
were creeping your Facebook. We saw that you were rocking it with the band last night. So we'll have to let us know when you're playing. Maybe we'll come out. We made it to Friday. He says, cheers all. And cheers to you, Joseph. I hope you have a great weekend. I did post the article yesterday and the interview that I did with Joseph, all about the good work that he's doing with the youth in our community, those going into grade 7. It was a different...
See, this is the wrong direction. I'm pointing this way for Sudbury. I think Sudbury is
Science North. Don't even mess me about with that. No,
that way.
No, I'm not doing that today.
What way is that?
I have no idea. It's that way. That's what it is. It's that way. Okay? It's to my left, directly to my left.
Oh, you got that.
I can do left and right because I can spell
come
my
on.
name.
Oh, okay.
And this means left. So left, right. Okay. Kimberly says, happy Friday all, with a little sun with a face. Happy Friday to you,
Kimberly.
Kim.
Oh,
I know you're going to be busy this weekend. She's busy. She's very busy right now. Marilyn Trumbull, good morning, beautiful ladies, and everyone else, with 4 exclamation points.
Good
I
morning.
wish everyone a wonderful weekend. There's a whole bunch of emojis, including the sun coming up between 2 great huge
Oh, look, the orange came up over that, too.
Yeah.
That was beautiful, Michael.
Yeah.
Beautifully done.
And she's actually, she's also highlighting the importance of the community supporting Tag's yard sale tomorrow. She's hoping that they have a great turnout, and we are also hoping for that.
For sure.
Chris Bridges, yes.
Okay, here we go. Hang on, let me fix my bra. Okay. Go.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday the 13th. Today's fun fact. Born on this day in 1899 in Leytonstone, Essex, England, was the cinematic genius Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh.
Pioneer of many techniques in cinema, most famous for movies such as The Birds, Psycho, Vertigo, and Rear Window. Have a great day, friends. Great day to you.
Awesome sauce. Thanks, Chris.
Awesome.
Great facts.
And happy birthday to Alfred Hitchcock.
Happy birthday.
All right.
Alfie.
Tony Mancuso, good morning, everyone.
My friends.
Hey, Tony. Lots of excitement last night for sure. Hope everyone has a fantastic and safe weekend.
You too,
to
my
you
friend.
as well, Tony. Thank you. Bradley, I've started telling everyone about the benefits of eating
Oh boy.
of eating dried grapes. It's all about raising awareness.
Good one. I like that.
Okay.
Raising awareness.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you, Michael.
Enika says, good morning, everyone. Have a
Hey.
great Friday the 13th
You
and a
too.
good weekend to yourself as well, Enika. And Margie Ian Goldsborough-Heaney says, happy Friday the 13th. My mom always says it's a lucky day for Italians.
I think so. It is a lucky day for Italians.
Enjoy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
There you go.
I was going to say that earlier. Yes, you're absolutely correct.
I love her name,
Isn't that
Margie Ian
beautiful?
Goldsborough-Heaney.
I know.
It just wants to, it wants an accent is what it wants, but
Do it.
I
Give it
won't,
one.
no.
No? Wait, she's got to give it some thought.
Margie
She's going to work
Ian
on that this weekend.
Goldsborough-Heaney. All right, yeah.
Told you she
Right
would.
on.
So, well, yeah,
Okay.
happy Friday the 13th.
Yes.
We also want to mention that there's a beautiful lady who's turning... Oh, Leslie Wilson! Okay, listen. Leslie, I apologize. It was her birthday the other day, and I forgot to wish you a happy birthday. So, many, many, many happy celebrations to you. Wish you many more years, and thank you very much. And we also have another birthday today, and it's Bailey.
Vano. I'm not saying it right.
Oh.
Thank you, merci. Vano, forgive me. I wish that I had known that sooner.
Okay.
So, Vano Humalamaki.
Thank you very much. And we want to wish we didn't even get a chance
Bailey
to read
Jane.
Leslie's thing there, so maybe we'll do it when we come back. But happy birthday, Bailey, from everybody at On TV. You are 12 years old today. Tomorrow. You are beautiful. And we wish you a very happy birthday from your daddy and everybody else who worked here at
That's
TV
right.
and Sue Online.
That's right.
When we come back, I would love to tackle this residential school warrior that I interviewed
Yes.
yesterday, who has knocked my socks off and changed my thought process for sure. And we will get to that. And Craig's going to come back with another weekend update
Okay.
for you.
Yes.
Don't go anywhere. You've
Do
got more
not.
Heidi and a little bit of Colette, because let's face it, Heidi's funnier. And we have a lot of funny stories. We do. We do. She is. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by Rick Mooney, sales representative for Street City Realty. Sold, the sign you want, Rick, the realtor you need.
Every day, people in crisis need someone to answer their call for help, to let them know they're not alone. Whenever people need someone, the Canadian Red Cross is there, on the phone lines and the front lines, around the world and here at home. But none of it would be possible without people just like you. No matter who you are, you have something to give. You can be that someone with the Canadian Red Cross. Learn more at redcross.ca/someone.
First Local, supported by Tammy Ovey. Are you looking for an agent who confidently knows the culture and community of Sault Ste. Marie? Call Tammy Ovey, 705-971-0171.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. Hopefully you have filled your coffee. I'm done. I have no coffee.
We have a Craig, though.
We do have a Craig, so I'm going to lament my lack of coffee, but we'll turn you over to Craig so you don't have to witness a grown woman crying.
Oh, honey. Come
Yeah,
here, I'll
I
give you a
know.
snuggle.
Oh, Craig.
Want a spoon?
Tell me, what?
Want a spoon?
Hold me.
Hold me. Craig, what's going on while I spoon Heidi?
Well, for you, Colette, you're not probably going to like it because we've lost the humidity for the next couple of days. But, Heidi, you're going to like it because it's bright and sunny and very pleasant out for the next day or two. We're going to see temperatures around the low 20s, very comfortable conditions before we start sweating again come Monday as we hit temperatures in the high 20s. So let's take a look at your 12-hour forecast for today. Looking really nice, no complaints. Sunny skies. We're going to see a few happy clouds roll through during the afternoon. Temperatures anywhere from 22 to 25 degrees, and your evening looking very pleasant. We do have to worry about some northwest winds. Going to add a little bit of chill to the air, but Nothing really all that much to worry about. I'll have an update for you on the 7-day forecast for next week. It's looking hot again and some humidity working its way back in. We'll do that at 5 o'clock at News at Night.
Thank you, Craig, and you are correct. I'm a little bit sad that the muggy weather has vanished, but I appreciate all the muggy days that we did have and enjoyed every single one of them. Can I just quickly talk about this residential school warrior who's empowering Indigenous youth from Manitoulin Island? This is posted to our Sioux Online on TV YouTube page. Please go in and watch this video that we have. So Dr. Shirley Chichu is a residential school warrior and has dedicated her life's pain to constructive and positive change for youth. So basically the times that she has been through, she has carried that over to try and build up the Indigenous youth in a positive manner, utilizing natural surroundings and elements such as timber and stone, which is distinctive to Manitoulin, as well as, which I found was very cool, with ice, in which that they use as an insulation. Indigenous people who use ice as an insulator. Dr. Chichu is an extraordinary woman who's building an institute, the Wingish Film Institute, which was originally established in 2002. It's a non-profit, anti-focused film and television training center dedicated to unlocking the creative potential of Indigenous youth. I just can't tell you enough about how amazing.
You were really pumped when you got off that interview.
There's been many times where we do a lot of interviews and we meet a lot of exceptional people. For sure. But there just was something about Dr. Chichu that just resonated with me and carried with me throughout my day and made it a better day. Her goal is to inspire Indigenous and diverse youth by integrating creative and life skills. So quickly, the flagship nonprofit center will educate, preserve, and celebrate identities across Turtle Island by fostering new voices. The new Winshik Film Institute is located on Manitoulin Island and undoubtedly empower Indigenous youth. The only last thing I would like to say is the design of this training center is a one of a kind, and so is the purpose of it. It is up for an architectural thing in Italy at the moment, and being called out for its exceptional beauty, and that is by one powerful woman who lives in Manitoulin, who is a residential school warrior.
Wow, that's amazing.
I have goosebumps. I'm telling you, please go listen to the video. It's amazing.
Well, I don't know. News, one more factoid.
Sure, factoid, and that's funny.
Okay, well, it would be impossible to discuss Friday the 13th without, of course, acknowledging the illustrious career of one Jason Voorhees, although in the first movie it wasn't him, it was his mother. But that's
okay.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you just ruined it.
Well, okay, but who hasn't seen it? Come on.
Come on.
Okay,
Get your head of shit.
So Friday the 13th, of course, the American horror franchise comprised of 12 slasher films in a television series, novels, comic books, video games, and tie-in merchandise, okay? So again, the franchise mainly focuses on the fictional character Jason Voorhees, who was thought to have drowned as a boy at Camp Crystal Lake due to the negligence of the camp staff, right? Because it's always the camp staff frolicking off doing things that counselors ought not to be doing
we
while
can't talk
children
about
are
on
in
a
their
G show.
care. Yeah, remember that summer at band camp? Yeah. But decades later, the lake is rumored to be cursed and becomes the setting for a series of mass murders. Jason is featured in all of the films as either the killer or the motivation for the killings. So the original film, created to cash in on the success of the Halloween franchise, right?
Halloween's good too.
Was written by Victor Miller and produced and directed by Sean S. Cunningham. The films have grossed, this is crazy to me,
what is it?
The films have grossed over $468 million at the box office worldwide. It was the highest grossing horror franchise in the world until Halloween in 2018 was released, putting the Halloween franchise in the top spot. So lots more I could say about that, but I'm not going to because we're running out of time.
Okay.
And in other news, police in Pennsylvania
Let me take my glasses off. This is serious.
are asking the public to keep an eye out for a loose alligator. That's right. A loose alligator seen crossing a road. So the West
At the lights or like?
No, I think we have a picture of it. No, No, pop it up, Mike. Yeah, the public can't
no,
really.
No crosswalk. He's jaywalking.
There we
That's the
go.
problem.
See? Yeah. So the West Mifflin Police Department did say that the alligator was estimated to be approximately 3 feet long. Last seen crossing New England Road in West Mifflin. The police, they were concerned it didn't respond to any of the names that they called it, and they weren't able to check for a chip.
Hang on. Rewind. What names were they calling him?
They don't go into that.
Alley, Gate.
They do acknowledge that the alligator did give them the slip, and so now the police are asking anyone who spots this exotic reptile to contact the authorities. And this sighting, in a more disturbing, the sighting comes about 2 years after multiple loose alligators were captured in the Pittsburgh area in the summer of 2019. I wasn't here then, but you probably covered that, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Well, I was going to get to a man who loves masturbating in the library, but we'll get to that on Monday. Have an awesome weekend. Happy Friday the 13th.